Again, my name is Lorelei Dragoldis. I am the aquatic supervisor as well as a challenge course instructor and outdoor education instructor here at the Northern Virginia 4-H Center. I also am a parent who is homeschooling, as my children include my son who has autism and my daughter who has auditory processing disorder and dyslexia. The first thing we have to talk about when we start talking about neurodiversity and sensory processing is that we absolutely have to start from a position where we not only understand, but we totally believe that behavior is communication. So this particular graphic has been most useful for explaining what those comorbid diagnoses include. So I would encourage you, as you're looking at this particular graphic, if you have any specific questions for me about things on this graphic, by all means use that Q&A box and let me know. One of the things that I see a lot of times when I work with younger adults, so I'm talking about teens and college-age students who are going to be working as camp counselors, is they look at this and they're like, oh, I have ADD, I'm autistic. That is not what this graphic is saying. This graphic is saying that all of these little circles on the outside indicate conditions that are considered comorbid, so they are related to the autism spectrum. You absolutely can be diagnosed with any of these conditions that are on the outside circles without being diagnosed with autism. You can also be diagnosed with autism without being diagnosed with any of those outside circles. So this is another representation of sensory-driven behavior. And in fact, the PDF that was sent to you just before today has the chart that's on the lower part down here. And basically, I often encourage participants to just read through this chart and tell me, have you ever seen a kid do this? Have you seen the kid who hates getting dirty and is sensitive to the texture of food? Have you seen the kid who only responds to play if it's active and involves pushing and pulling? Have you seen the kid who's easily overstimulated? They're covering their eyes, they can't handle the bright light or colors. Have you seen the kid who loves the shining, spinning, bright objects, or enjoys the TV super loud, or enjoys really noisy crowds? Or the other way up here, you know, certain smells make me gag, or I dislike having my hair combed or washed. All of these behaviors are sensory-driven behaviors. So this is going to talk about the most effective strategy I have found in any environment to deal with autism and autism spectrum disorders and the challenges those behaviors give us. Front-loading. I mean, it's that simple. So this in particular is something that's really debated in the challenge course industry and the experiential education industry about front-loading. We really like to harness this whole idea of uncertainty and use uncertainty as a tool to increase engagement. And it does. It absolutely increases anxiety in the participants, and so it creates a sense of a heightened emotional activity, which creates a stronger learning memory. All of that's true. But again, remembering that in the autism community, we're talking about extremity. So that little bit of anxiety for someone who is neurotypical, which is how the autistic community calls normal people, non-autistic people, that little bit of anxiety in the neurotypical person becomes astronomical amounts of anxiety that can stop a person from functioning. So front-loading becomes a really effective strategy in managing that level of anxiety.